Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
At the Team Automotive Group, we're offering you the Team Guarantee on new and used vehicles. Included with every new vehicle is a lifetime limited powertrain warranty. And now, get a 90-day warranty on the purchase of a pre-owned vehicle. Get the Team Guarantee at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
Visit Treads & Care Tire Company's new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for over 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair and top-notch customer service.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Hello and welcome as we start today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Here's hoping all is well with you and yours and your little slice of South Louisiana heaven since the last time we had to spend a little time with you and yours at the end of last week. We start today's show with Louisiana news, talking about how the indulgence of society tends to exacerbate problems. You may well remember recently, after the Garth Brooks concert at Tiger Stadium, there was a group of individuals that, for lack of a better phrase, unleashed chaos at intersections in Baton Rouge. Couple of, and I use this term very loosely, car clubs displaying their absolute disregard for public safety, for the rules of the road, the whole nine. Burning donuts in the middle of the street, drag racing, the whole nine. And of course, if you remember that particular incident in and of itself, one of these individuals fleeing from police then ran a stop sign and killed an innocent woman. Well, this weekend, it is the opinion of law enforcement that individuals from Baton Rouge migrated to the city of New Orleans and took this deviant behavior with them. At least 4 intersections in New Orleans taken hostage by these individuals, and of course, the videos, everybody, that's anybody that has a cell phone these days and video, all taking pictures to post on social media. And of course, as is typically the case, when something like this happens, inevitably, criminal behavior gets ramped up. In the case of Baton Rouge, it was, if memory serves correct, no mention of firearms involved. But this past weekend in New Orleans, individuals can be seen brandishing firearms, jumping on top of police cars in areas where this occurred. You know, that is, aside from being just a flat out stupid act, it is as selfish an act as you will ever encounter. With law enforcement's resources being tied up over these idiots, who knows how many serious crimes were not investigated in a timely manner, how many people that needed medical help had to forego that because resources were tied up with these individuals. And of course, I'll venture a guess here, of all the videos showing individuals brandishing firearms, probably not one of them was legally owned. Listen, y'all, if we don't drop the hammer on this crap starting yesterday, then we deserve not to have safe cities in which to live. This is as clear an indicator as you will ever find that we have a group of individuals in our state, and in this particular case, in our cities, with no regard for human life at all. If you happen to be a parent of the individuals involved in this activity, if nobody else tells you, I will. You have failed miserably. You know, there was a time in this country where it was one thing if you did not respect yourself. It was one thing if you didn't respect your family. But it's something else when you thumb your nose at all of society. Not to mention the fact these individuals didn't take 1 second to think about what happens if something goes horribly wrong and my mother or father, sister or brother, aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather gets hit by one of these idiots burning donuts in a major intersection. What happens if your neighbor's child happens to be out with their parents shopping, one idiot burning donuts in the middle of the street gets distracted and runs over that child? It is as clear an indicator as ever that leniency with these people only amounts to more and more problems. Now, here in Baton Rouge, as a result of this, the Metro Council is hopefully in the very near future going to entertain measures to up the fines and penalties for individuals caught in brazen acts like this involving the motoring public. As a matter of fact, the chief of police here, Chief Murphy Paul, says in the wake of these latest incidents, he is planning to ask the Louisiana legislature to up the fines and penalties all across the state. It is yet another clear example of what happens when you fail to govern yourself. And you've heard me say it ad nauseum. When you fail to govern yourself, you in essence consent to be governed. This is one of those things, y'all, that falls in the category of there are a lot of things in life we have no control over, but this ain't one of them. Understanding when you are behind the wheel of a car, understanding the safety of the motoring public by far and away outweighs your right to be a moron is something that apparently these folks are unable or unwilling to grasp. It is something that, you know, when all is said and done, y'all, you would think with everything going on in the world that these individuals would have better things to do with their time than engage in endangering innocent people, engage in a flippant attitude as far as their concern for the rules of the road and everyone else's safety. And you would think, when all is said and done, that they would have more thought for their own safety as well. But that obviously is not the case. Hopefully, the Metro Council and the Louisiana legislature will drop the hammer on this before it becomes a problem that is beyond repair. Personally, I would like to see the fines jacked up through the roof and a mandatory impoundment of the vehicle and mandatory X amount of years you're not allowed to have a driver's license. If you don't have any more concern about the safety of yourself, your family members, other innocent members of the motoring public, then you have demonstrated that you don't have, or at least you should not have, the rights that everyone else has. This is enough, y'all. In between carjackings, in between taking over intersections, and, of course, denying much-needed resources to people that may be in emergency or dire needs at the time, is telling us in no uncertain terms we've got to get a handle on this. I can't begin to imagine what the folks that were inconvenienced and had their safety threatened by these folks' actions, what they must be feeling today. Hopefully, they will not just take this lying down. Hopefully, they are bombarding their council members, law enforcement, statewide elected officials, demanding that something be done about this. Because when all is said and done, the highways, the roadways belong to all of us, not some select few bunch of idiots that feel they can go out and completely disregard the rules of the road whenever they see fit. If we don't demand better, it won't get any better. And if we don't demand any better, we don't deserve any better. Just saying. We are coming up on our first break of today's show. It is, of course, Tuesday and the second segment. That means that it is time for us to usher in yet another edition of what is rapidly becoming, I would say, my favorite segment, but it speaks to me that we have this abundance of material that we use for the upcoming segment entitled, "Now That's Just Stupid." If you are new to the show, new to the station, new to the area, on one hand, it may put a smile on your face. On the other hand, it might just leave you shaking your head. We'll talk about that when we come back and continue today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show right here, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent.
Depend on us for service, for selection, for price.
Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing.
You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
The Mazda CX-50. Confident on- and off-road performance and intelligently designed utility inside and out.
The all-new Mazda CX-50 has arrived and is on sale right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
Hi, gang. Clarence Bugs here, inviting you to come by Old School Barbecue, 10655 Coursey Boulevard, where we tape the show live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 o'clock. Come by and feast on news, sports, current events, love of God and country, and lots of common sense, along with some of the best barbecue anywhere on the planet. 10655 Coursey Boulevard, Old School Barbecue, home of the Clarence Bugs Show.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Bugs Show. It is, of course, Tuesday and the second segment. And if you have only recently stumbled across the show, you may not be aware of a new segment that we've instituted in response to the ever-growing level of stupid in our country. We're not talking, by the way, run-of-the-mill, ordinary, everyday stupid. That would be your normal STUPID. As the graphic will show you, this level of stupidity requires its own spelling, as in STOOPID, as in, now that's just stupid. We start, surprise, surprise, in the state of Illinois. You know, it doesn't take the brightest bulb in the chandelier to figure out that individuals that typically spend an inordinate amount of time preaching to anyone who will listen about racism, 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 racism. Typically, bless their little old hearts, and as you know, in South Louisiana, you can say anything about anybody as long as you either preface it or follow it up with bless their little old hearts, in an effort to equalize. And that, of course, falls right in with the equity, inclusion, and equity, inclusion, and diversity crowd. You find out just how stupid these people actually are. Oak Park and River Forest High School in Illinois have approved a plan to, quote, equalize testing scores among different racial groups. The board for Oak Park and River Forest High School decided that the way we can equalize test scores, particularly for students of color is not to give more resources to mentoring. It's not to give them more resources to make their time spent studying more efficient. Their way of coming up with something to equalize test scores is to do the following. Teachers now at Oak Park and River Forest High School have segregated by race. Black students in these two schools can no longer be penalized for failing to turn in homework. They can no longer be penalized for missing days over and above a preset number. And black students can no longer be penalized for misbehaving in class. Now, imagine how you would feel if you happen to be a black person. Imagine how you would feel if you found out white children don't have to turn in homework. White children can disrupt the class anytime they want. And white children can miss as many days of school as they see fit. Imagine how you would feel if you found this out. But these woke individuals have come up with a way to equalize the test scores. You know, I have to wonder, bless their little old hearts, do they really, truly think this will help black children learn? Or are they hoping that you're so freaking stupid you won't realize just how racist this actually is? What they're saying in essence is, bless their little old hearts, they want to do better, but they're black. They can't behave in class. Bless their little old hearts, they want to do better, but they're black. They can't turn in homework on time. And bless their little old hearts, they want to do better, but they're black. They can't come to class like everybody else. Do you have any idea how racist that is? But this comes from the people, the very same people that will preach to you all day long how they can smell racism from 50 miles away. How many times have you heard me say, don't listen to what they say, watch what they do? These are the same people who are now, in the interest of diversity and inclusion, these are the same people that are in essence backing segregation. You see, this is why I preach all the time, y'all, about this marvelous country of ours and what the founding fathers did when they gave all Americans the same rights. But now, according to these learned educators in Illinois, one group doesn't have to turn in homework. One group can misbehave anytime they want. One group, we don't have to worry about them turning in homework. What do you think that does to the other group? But they will tell you they're doing it for the benefit of society. They're doing it because we need diversity and inclusion. No, what you need is a new word. S-T-O-O-P-I-D. Now that's just stupid.
What's that look you want?
Yeah, I told Marty we got a new look. When you see this, that's just stupid. That's just flat out stupid. Speaking of stupid, you know, then President Donald J. Trump was right on so many levels. And every single day, it seems like we find out, he was really on to something. Remember when then President Donald J. Trump said that the media has become the enemy of the people? Well, he knew exactly what he was talking about. For example, former President Obama communications director and now host of the Save America podcast, Dan Pfeiffer, argued this week that the problem with the Biden-Harris administration getting the proper recognition that it deserves, the problem, he says, is because the media is overwhelmingly conservative. Can you believe this clown? Really? Can you believe this idiot? The media, he says, is overwhelmingly conservative. Okay, so let's see. There's Fox News, which many of us true conservatives will tell you is, There's Newsmax, there's PJ Media, there's Just the News. Now, on the other side of the ledger, there's everybody else. ABC, NBC, my favorite, CBS, and if you're new to that saying, all you have to do is watch or listen to CBS, and you will see real soon it's BS. NPR, New York Times, CNN, LOL, MSLSD, NPR, and the list goes on and on and on and on. But this guy says, well, the reason the Biden-Harris administration is not getting all of the credit that they deserve is because the media is overwhelmingly conservative. Funny how that works, isn't it? Nah, that's not the problem, Mr. Former Communications Director for the Obama White House. The problem is you stupid. And just when you think these folks could not get any more stupid, just let them keep breathing. It won't be long, and they'll show you. Bottom of the hour break. Let me get this out of the way. More bad news for the state that I so dearly love when it comes to our behavior on the highways. We'll talk about that when we continue today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
At the Team Automotive Group, we're offering you the Team Guarantee on new and used vehicles. Included with every new vehicle is a lifetime limited powertrain warranty. And now, get a 90-day warranty on the purchase of a pre-owned vehicle. Get the Team Guarantee at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
Hi, I'm Katie, Operation Manager here at Old School Barbecue. We're excited about all of the changes here at Old School, and we'd like to invite everyone to come out and enjoy some delicious barbecue at Old School prices. We feature brisket, chicken, ribs, sausage, and the Boss Hog pulled pork sandwich voted best deal in town. We also have live music Friday and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. We can't wait to see you.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with the Rocket Right Show.
We are two busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
Caught spiders. Premier Pest Services.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. You know, there is an old adage that says life is not about controlling everything. Life is about controlling what you can. I think we all as adults understand full well that there are many things in life, as much as we hate it, as much as we would like that to change, the reality of the matter is there are certain things in life that are completely outside of our control. Yes, life would be better if some of these things were within our control. But the fact of the matter is, and I for one am firmly of the opinion that God in His infinite wisdom designed things that way so that we come to the realization that we have a definitive need to rely on something or someone greater than ourselves. Now, that being said, it's painful to watch the state that I love so dearly continue to struggle with things that are right here in our hands. All we have to do is close the hand and we control these things. For example, the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development announcing last week that 2021 saw our state set a brand new record for Louisiana for the number of people that died on our roadways. According to DOTD, there was a 19%, rounded off, 20% increase in the number of people dying on our roadways, our relatives, our co-workers, our friends, our neighbors. 987 of our fellow Louisianians dying on the highway. It is alarming that there were that many in 1 year, and sadly, it does not appear that the trend is going down. As a matter of fact, so far, over 330 fatalities on Louisiana roadways. Now, you've got to imagine when you're talking rounding up, only 13 shy, when 1,000 people lose their lives on Louisiana roadways in 1 year, conventional wisdom says there are probably going to be certain categories where we need to take a look at this, how we're governing ourselves, and do a better job. For example, the laissez-aller, bon temps roulé attitude when it comes to drinking and driving. In 2021, right at 400 fatal accidents on our roadways because someone made a conscious decision to get behind the wheel and drive impaired. You know, when I see numbers like this, 390, it raises my level of appreciation for law enforcement and emergency responders. Can you imagine the carnage that law enforcement and emergency responders respond to on a regular basis? I don't know about you, but I am certainly not built on an everyday basis to respond to people bloodied, battered, and killed on our highways, especially when they're underpaid and underappreciated. And yet, they are the ones that in the dead of night will respond to a scene with 2-3 bodies splayed across the roadway. They are the ones that, after pulling their shift and have had time to decompress, they are the ones that continue to have those memories seared in their brains. And it's such a simple fix to the problem. I mean, there's Uber, there's Lyft, there are friends, there are taxi cab. There's no reason on God's green earth for anybody to get behind the wheel of a car after they've had too much to drink. 390. That's over one a day, every day. A fellow Louisianian killed because someone is behind the wheel of a car impaired. 338 of our fellow Louisianians died in a crash because they, for whatever reason, ignorance, thumbing their nose at the law, just not thinking, whatever, got involved in an accident and didn't have on a freaking seatbelt. How stupid do you have to be? You know, Marty and I were talking about this before we came on air this morning, and I guess there is something to be said about an individual who's never been involved in a serious accident may not understand the forces at work in an automobile accident. It is estimated that at only 30 miles an hour, if you are not properly restrained and you hit the windshield, it's estimated that your forehead and that windshield will sustain 3,000 pounds of force per square inch. Now, I know a lot of hard-headed people. I know some Democrats. That explains it. I know a lot of hard-headed people, but I don't know any of them whose heads are hard enough to survive 3,000 pounds of force per square inch. And that's only at 30 miles an hour. So imagine what kind of forces are at work if you're on the interstate. Now, again, I have to understand that some of y'all have never been in an accident bad enough to make you appreciate what kind of force is at play. The problem is, all it takes is one accident. And at that point, it's too late to grab it and make it click. It's too late. For example, God bless this child. In the news yesterday, an individual, and there was no mention made of any criminal charges, but I can only hope there will be. Well, Clarence, you're just piling on. No, I'm talking about sending a message. Individual driving with his 1-year-old in the car. The individual driving, not buckled up. The 1-year-old, not buckled up, not in a child car seat, involved in an accident, both of them ejected from the vehicle. The 1-year-old, who never had a chance in life, is now dead. The driver may not make it alive. Serious, life-threatening injuries. All for something as simple as making sure you're properly restrained. Who was it? Sir Isaac Newton taught us an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless and until it is acted upon by an external source. I only know the second half of that because my daughter told me, Mr. Clarence, that's changed since you were in school. They taught us an object in motion tends to stay in motion. That is true. But there's an addendum. It will stay in motion unless and until it is acted upon by an external source. Meaning, if your stupid behind is not buckled in and you hit something and get thrown out of the vehicle, you're going to keep flying until you hit, I don't know, a tree. I don't know about you, but I've been in a couple of pretty bad accidents. So you will never, ever have to say, Clarence, you don't have your seatbelt on. That ain't happening, bro, because I understand Sir Isaac Newton's law of motion. I get it. But for the rest of us, y'all, how many more of us have to die? How many more commercials do you need to see? How many more public service announcements are you going to have to hear? How many more of your fellow Louisianians are going to have to die on the roadway before you do something as simple as protect yourself and those in the vehicle with you? Speaking of old adages, I guess you can take the horse to water, but you can't make him drink. try to make the horse drink, and all you're going to do is succeed in drowning the freaking horse. Final break of today's show. We'll get her done, come back, put that big old pretty bow on this puppy, and wrap up today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Treads & Care Tire Company announces its new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair with top-notch customer service. Treads & Care offers the convenience of shuttle service and pickup and delivery of your vehicle. You can also enjoy the comfortable customer area, complete with workstations, high-speed internet, and a complimentary coffee bar.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
Treads & Care, the tires you need and the service you want.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golfing Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to greystonecountryclub.com.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tailgating and home-gating platters. Huge wine and liquor selection. Beer and all the spices you need. Chairman Reserve and Wagyu meats. Ribeye rolls, shrimp rolls, kebabs. 20 flavors of sausage for the grill. Daily lunch specials and game processing. On-site catering also available. Good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready. And health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Welcome back for the final segment of today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. I guess by now, if we were to take the Biden-Harris administration at their word, that they were going to two quotes. And I can't, which one was made first, Marty, by Joe Biden regarding gas prices? I'm going to fight like the Dickens to bring down gas prices. And about a week after that, I'm going to fight like hell to bring down gas prices. And we have continued to watch gas prices go up and up and up and up. I lost count after 10 days where we set a brand new record every single day for the price of a gallon of gasoline. I've lost count now. But we have now reached yet another historic milestone in this country where AAA announcing, as of June 7th, according to the American Automobile Association, gas prices across America now average $4.91 per gallon. When Joe Biden took office, gas was $2.39 a gallon. We've gone from $2.39 to $4.91 average cost. If you are living in places like California, first of all, you have my sincerest condolences. You are paying, in many locales, over $6 a gallon. Now, I don't know about you, but I have long since stopped giving the Biden-Harris administration credit for knowing what the hell they're doing. I stopped that right after taking office by executive order, mind you. He canceled the Keystone XL pipeline. I have long since abandoned any reasonable expectation that these folks know what the hell they're doing. As a matter of fact, I have now gone 180 degrees in the opposite direction, meaning not only do they not know what the hell they're doing to bring down prices, they actually want the price to go as high as possible. You do realize, do you not, the more pain that can be inflicted upon yours truly, upon you, upon the rest of the motoring public, the easier it's going to be to push electric vehicles down your throat. You do realize this, right? I mean, think about this. In the midst of gas prices going through the roof, what did Joe Biden tell us? Well, had you bought an electric vehicle, you would save $800 this year on gasoline. Only a Democrat would tell you to buy something that, on average, costs $60,000. So let's do some quick math, shall we? 5 years at 0% interest. Not going to charge you a plug nickel for the 60 grand you have to borrow to get this new electric vehicle. So for that year, it will cost you $12,000 in car payments. Only a Democrat will tell you to spend $12,000 so you can save $800. Like I said, I have long since abandoned any idea that these fools know what they're doing. But you know, the more I think about it, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Pushing the whole green agenda. Of course, now, what they won't tell you pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Here's your homework assignment, guys and girls. Research the rare earth minerals that are needed to build all these electric vehicles. What you will find out is all of these vehicles, all of these batteries that are going to have to be produced, what you'll find is the inordinate amount of rare earth, toxic, poisonous, dangerous chemicals that are going to have to be mined for this green energy. They also will not tell you what's going to happen in about 15 to 20 years from now when all these tens of millions of batteries chocked full of toxic, poisonous, dangerous chemicals, how are they going to be disposed of? You do realize, in an effort to, quote, save the planet, these idiots will be toying with what can arguably be described as the greatest ecological disaster in the history of this planet. But they will have you believe, oh, we got to save the planet. It's for the children. Only a Democrat would be stupid enough to come up with this, and only those on the left would hope that you are stupid enough to believe it. You can't make this stuff up. But when you have the media on your side, it's not what they tell you, it's what they don't tell you. And of course, by the time you finish forking over that 60 grand for that new electric vehicle, that's probably the last thing you'll be worried about. But you know, history is not going to be kind to us, my fellow Americans. And our children, at some point, are going to wonder, what in the hell were these people thinking? But that's okay, because we'll save the planet while we poison it. Funny how that works, isn't it? 10655 Coursey Boulevard. Old School Barbecue is where we tape the show live every Tuesday and Thursday. Good people, good food, good atmosphere, and they would certainly love to see you. Yours truly will consider it a personal favor if you stop by sometime. You never know who you're going to run into when you run in quickly and take that to-go order as well at Old School Barbecue. That being said, y'all, my time's up and I got to go. But you already know the drill. Yep, this day more than any other, I give it to you. You know what? You're right. America, we ain't perfect. But for this old boy's money, it's the best there is, and God knows there's no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you realize he loves you, right? And I hope you know that I do too. Then again, it really doesn't matter, because there ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. We'll see you soon. God bless.